It's official now. The Hive Hustle podcast about to sit you down. Go and fix your crown. This ain't a grain of salt. Pick your brain and thoughts. Even through a major loss, still remain a boss.
So a lot of people don't know, but Danny is like a dope ass cinematographer. Like a lot of the shit you see behind the scenes in Vegas or any dancer in Vegas, I'm telling you, he did it. Or like you and Mike Perez work like a lot together.
Yeah. Well, he was my mentor.
Okay. Well, then there we go. Tell us how you got into cinematography and like what happened with that.
So,
like you were a dancer.
Yeah.
So where did the shift happen?
Yeah. So, I mean, I am not like special in any way when it comes to the beginning of that story. It's like every parent, doesn't approve of dance.
Oh God.
I'm not like everyone has gone through that,
Yeah.
And I think at that point I was just tired of the arguing, tired of the, all of the
you're not gonna make money and
well, it's like I wasn't even trying to make it a career anyway. I just loved it. I just loved it, and that's all it was. Because I was in college.
Yeah.
What'd
you go to college for?
I was gonna do commercial refrigeration.
Oh my God. And now he's a cinematographer.
And I got my degree. I graduated. I stuck it out.
So so what's commercial refrigeration, if I can ask?
So it's pretty much, it's like, instead of doing like AC units on like residential homes, it would be like the big coolers inside hotels and stuff.
Hold on. So you went to college to work on commercial refrigerators.
Yeah.
Like AC units.
HVAC,
in
like that kind of, yeah.
So was it like a 4-year college or was it like a trade school?
It was 2 years. CSN.
CSN.
So like they don't really have a specific classification. Like the degree is just Associates of Applied Science. Like.
Oh, okay.
And it just like falls under that category.
Got it. Okay. So that's like design, like graphic design. It's not a specific degree you get. It's like an art degree.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like my friend downstairs. He's a graphic designer. He went to the Art Institute of Las Vegas.
Okay.
And it was like a graphic design degree, but you learned a lot of different shit in that. So I get it. What made you switch from commercial refrigeration to cinematography?
So before I get into that, I eventually quit dance because of my family situation, but who I am as a person, I need an outlet.
You're creative. Yeah.
I need something.
Yeah. I think anybody needs an outlet of some sort. Yeah.
For anyone who's creative.
Whether it be therapy, going to talk to somebody, or journaling, or
anything.
Your thoughts need to get somewhere. Yeah.
So I've always been a visual person. I always even like the video games I play. Like if it's like visually stimulating, like that's what I want to do. That's where I want to be.
Makes sense.
So at that time I was working at Best Buy.
Okay.
So I was there for like a good 4 years because I was there during college.
That's comedy. You know who else worked for Best Buy? My producer.
Oh.
He really worked for Best Buy for hella long.
But I ain't gonna say nothing about Best Buy. But
I don't think he wants to either.
Nah, let's move on.
I was in the PC section. I was trying to be in DI, but it's whatever.
I was actually in DI.
Oh, you lucky.
That's funny. I started in home.
I think that's how you got into videography, right?
Yeah.
Because he started taking photos with the Sony that they gave you.
Yeah.
See, because people in DI, the customers in DI actually like what they're buying. Everyone in PC is like, my computer broke, or they're old and they don't know they don't know anything about computers, so they're just yelling at you. I'm like, bro, just pick something, please.
Anyway.
So you worked at Best Buy.
I worked at Best Buy during that time, and actually that helped me get my first camera, because during that time period, if you were obviously an employee at Best Buy, I got an employee discount off of my camera, but Sony would do like a program to where if you take all their e-learnings or whatever, you can get certified in their digital imaging for Sony cameras.
Got it.
But they would give you 40% off one body a year and 40% off 4 lenses a year.
Oh, shit.
So it was that plus my employee discount.
Oh, you was getting it for practically free.
Yeah, so I bought like the A7 III, the Sony A7 III when that came out That was like $2,000. I got it for like $900.
Amen.
And then I got like 2 lenses for like 40% off.
Yeah.
So like my kit was at that time stacked. Like it was like
Yeah, for a first kit,
that was the prosumer. Like
Yeah,
that was the
you was
camera.
Fast and the Furious first year,
And like I got so much mileage out of that camera. Like I used that. But it's funny because like before that, I was trying to test things and like I did a bunch of research. I started with this A6000, so the crop sensor body, and then I was like, oh, the 6500 came out, which was like the next step up, and I was like, oh,
so immediately diving in, you were a geek for camera
already
equipment.
because I already like building like my PC. Like,
Yeah.
I was already in like the gamer PC
Yeah,
world.
that
So
makes sense.
I already like tech stuff in general.
That makes sense.
So going into cameras was already like geeking out. I'm like, oh, this is another thing I can do with my computer. I can edit. I can use my computer to its fullest. So I was just like testing things, trying things, all that kind of stuff. And then because I worked at Best Buy, I abused the system.
Of course.
So
who doesn't?
I was I bought like a camera. I could like return it like 3 months later because I was an employee. And then I bought the protection plan on the next camera, and this hurt my soul. Don't get me wrong, this hurt my soul. But I purposely broke it because I knew I could take advantage of the protection plan. Yeah, it hurt me to do that, but it
was for a purpose.
It was to get the A7 III at that time. So I purposely broke it because I knew they would give me my money back for it.
And then you could use that towards the A7 III.
Yeah, it was
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I did that, and that took me a long way.
Okay.
In like my photo video journey.
Okay. So how did you get into like doing commercial conventions and stuff like that?
So
because you don't just like film dancing videos, like
Right.
you do this shit for a living, and like you hold rigs and
it
like
transitioned into that.
Yeah,
So,
how do you-
So the first connection was Mike Perez.
okay,
So I was filming a lot of like dance classes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was filming Chris Aldiger's class.
yes,
Mike Perez took it. And this is actually kind of funny because I remember that class that Mike was in. I only pressed record when people would walk out of the groups. like I royally like messed up. And I remember looking back after the class, I was like, oh shoot, like I didn't get any of the groups.
dang,
But like I was so new at the time. Like it's just like it's such a beginner mistake.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, very beginner mistake, but it happens,
Right.
Like,
So after that, I was like, and I looked up at Mike after class. I was like, yo, bro, can I shadow you sometime? Like, can I like just come with you on a shoot? Like, and don't even like pay me. Like, I just want to learn. And then after that, because he's already been established,
yeah,
doing stuff in
as a
the-
photographer, as a
Video
videographer,
person,
yeah.
yeah, so-
he was very established already.
So I remember my beginning shoots with him, I would always help him shoot like A-team stuff.
I remember those shoots.
With all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an era I learned a lot too. And then eventually over time I met other people
Okay,
that helped me grow and helped me get better.
got it.
And all those connections eventually over time
Turned into a network of
turn
people.
into a network of people. And because you make these friends, like friends want to work with friends.
yeah.
So to be on set with like the homies is like
Oh yeah,
immaculate.
It's an amazing
it's so
thing.
good. And
Yeah.
like I would say one of the first examples of that is shout out to
aha moment.
shout out to my friend Christian Astorga. He used to be one of the main videographers for Jabberwockies.
Yes, I know who he is. Yeah.
So now it's Gio Espino, which
Yep.
he's taken over that role
Yeah.
now. But us three and some other people that are friends of ours, like we put a lot of videos together
For Jabba.
for Jabba.
Yeah.
So which were like it was just so much fun to make.
Dude.
And it feels good because like we all want to just give high level production.
Yeah.
So like we would rent stuff out. We put fortunately we had budget from Jabba.
Yeah,
which is
obviously.
good. So that let our minds run.
Oh yeah,
amok.
you could do insane things.
So
with
we'd
a
have
budget.
like 12 by 12 diffusers. Like we're shooting outside. We'd wet the pavement.
Yeah.
We have like a whole bunch of lighting kits that we'd set up in the background and just have an amazing shoot.
arsenal of shit.
Arsenal, yeah. And we have the right people, and because we all love the vision, like we just make some amazing work. You know.
That's dope as hell, man. That's dope.